Hello, hello, friends. I'm going to get this party started on Facebook, adjust my hair. So glad you made it. If you can put in the comments if you can see me and hear me before I go streaming live, just to make sure that everything is working. Those of you following, let me know in the comments if you can see me and hear me. I'm going to double check my sound. Let's see. So if you could put the number 1 in the comments. If you can see me and hear me, I'd so appreciate it. Thank you for your help. So excited to be here today. I am going to do a very, very special training, and we'll talk about it in just a minute as I let everybody get on here and access it. And again, 1 in the comments if you can see me and hear me. I'd really appreciate that. I'm going to put my dog is out here running up here. Shut this door. All right. Let's see. And let's see if that went live on Facebook over here. Okay. By Christmas, the series, day 1. I'm going to put our day 1 here on Facebook. There's that. If you have any questions during this time, you can put them in the Q&A for joining on Zoom. Otherwise, if you're joining on Facebook, I can go through the comments later, but I'm really only going to answer the questions for sure that I get on Zoom. So again, I am Tiana Smith with TianaSmithCoaching.com. So glad to have all of you here today. This is day 1 of a very special 3-day series I'm doing called How to Make an Extra 10K or More by Christmas. And essentially, it's not at all even holiday based. It's just a timeline because of the time of year this is being recorded. So if you end up watching this, it's February or March. These are the same applicable steps. Just sometimes there's a pain. And I'm going to go into mindset here right now. I'm going to talk about why I'm doing this. And then I'm going to continue on with the pain. This is a very flow intuitive training I'm doing. I usually do webinars and workshops or those kinds of things. And today I'm really going to talk heart to heart. I really recommend you shut down all windows. You have a pen and paper. I will probably screen share at some point to either give you tips and strategies. But I'm really going to be doing this as if you're my one-on-one client. I'm going to take any questions. I've made space and time in my schedule to really treat this like it's a paid high level. If you hire me one-on-one for $1,000 an hour or in person $2,000, we're going to talk heart to heart right now. And I want to give you tools and strategies. Let's say when we finish, you'd have 10 days. So it's essentially a 10K in 10 days style training. I want to share why I'm doing this in case it hits your heart. I have had many Christmases where I did not have money to buy presents for my kids a couple days before Christmas even. And due to the strategies that I'm going to share with you, I've been able to buy the Christmas trees, reset my business at times, buy the Christmas presents, go on a trip around the world. Like these are the exact strategies that I have used myself and also my clients have used. Clients of mine that had never even closed a high ticket thing after a couple calls with me. You're getting 3 in a row, closed 5K, 10K, $11,000 launches, no paid ads. I'm not going to talk about paid ads and no spamming people also. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes to get a message. So my whole thing is treat others as you'd want to be treated. One of my big prayers, I'm a woman of faith, was that God would give me a strategy that I could do a 6-figure business from my laptop from anywhere in the world. And I've now gone multi 6 figures. I've helped clients even go 7 figures. And next goal for me, and I've been able to share that strategy. And so I'm going to share it with you today. I'm not going to hold anything back. My whole philosophy and belief in doing this is that if somebody is in the right time to invest in one of my programs, which costs between 5K to 10K one-on-one or group coaching, that they can. Otherwise, you can take a course of mine. I'll give you some ways to work with me, but I figure you'll reach out to me. When I like somebody, I reach out to them. So I'm not going to withhold any information. Like if you buy this thing, you can get the next step. I'm legitimately just going to talk to you from my heart. I'm going to give you behind the scenes. I'm sitting in my own strategy room. I've got my goals here. I've got my board here. I'm going to probably drag it over for you and map out how I would map this out for any one-on-one client. So if you're excited about that and you're ready to get going, close out all other windows, honor me and honor yourself by not being distracted, by staying focused, because I'm going to give you some strategies that will truly change your business and life forever, guaranteed if you follow it. So let's get going. So this is day day one. There's 3 days of what I'm doing. I'm going to open up my notes real quick here. And go over to my email about this. So today is day one, which is setting the goals and prospecting, really filling that funnel. Tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about filling your schedule with qualified leads. And on Wednesday, I'm going to talk about sales calls and closing the sales. So let's talk about setting goals and prospecting. And I can't really talk about that without, I'm actually going to open notes in my drive for you. And I'm going to go, because I'm actually going to share this with you guys because I think that it's important to be able to do things. So I'm going to open up a file and we're going to talk about goal setting before we even get going. Okay. And I'm going to make this larger so that everybody can see it. I'm going to go step by step. So the first thing that you really want to do is you need to know what your goal is. So you need to look at a calendar, whether again, like you're watching this, if it's December 13th or if it's January or February, March, but the first thing you want to do is decide on the goal. So we're saying 10K. That's the goal we're saying, right? So what we want to do is something I truly believe. I'm just going to take you through my philosophy. This is literally something I've only shared with my six-figure club before. You're going to set a timer on your phone for 10 times a day and title it, I have an extra $10,000 or more coming to my bank account by or before, and you'd put the date. So if you want it to be December, let's say you want it before December 24th. So then you can still have a day to shop on Christmas Eve if you need. Okay, so whatever the day is. So what I want you to do right now, and you literally can do this, I'm going to share my screen and show you how to do this on an iPhone at least. You guys ready to see my screen? So what you do is you go here and you, not settings, I have to go find my timer, and you're going to go here and you're going to go to alarm. You can see I have some, and you're going to set it on the hour every hour. So what I do when I'm doing this, so let's say you want to make an extra whatever amount a month, right? So you'd say, okay, I want to make it by 12/24. And really the easiest way to do it first is to just like go type it up here because let's go here. I have an extra $10,000 or more coming into my bank accounts by or before 12/14, well, 24/21. Okay. So let's say that was your goal, or you could say 25. Now you're going to go back to your scheduler and you're going to go to alarms and you're going to go click on here. And I'll tell you why we're doing all this. This is a faith thing. You could question me and waste your time doing that, or you could do what I say to do. We're in a fast action coaching call. I can happily give you the why, but I'm talking about a 3-day series where you really have to be on a level of faith and say, you know, Tiana's done something I've never done. I'm willing to trust her in this. So this is what I'm asking to do. I'm not going to convince you though. Okay, so let's say you want to set it's 9:40. So let's say I want it to go off. Well, we're going to say 11 because I don't want it going off. I don't even know. It is not 9:40. This is really weird. Oh, sometimes the time is weird when I screen share. So let's say I want it to go off at 12 p.m. So you want to do it on the hour every hour, and then you go to label it. That's where you paste that thing. Do you see how that happened? So what you do is you go to the time, you label it. You can repeat it daily. I'd just say like, put it every day. And then you're going to go do that. You can put a sound if you want a sound. I'm going to do raise a hallelujah. And then you can have snooze or not. So then literally what you're going to do today, don't do it right now, but I'm trying to teach it to you right now, is then you're going to go in, you're going to do it on the hour every hour. Make it all very consistent. And you're going to do that for 10 times a day. I recommend the same tone every time so that as you go through today, you can just click on it, put the time in, repeat daily, because you really want this to be going off every day. It is annoying. That's the point. The point is that you're literally reminding yourself that this is going to happen. So 10 of those, we good? So that's how we do our timer. And again, we do this timer. I actually learned this trick. I will tell you this. I learned this trick from a millionaire mentor of mine who said, put it in your phone. He actually said 3 times a day and then it wasn't working. So I up leveled it to 10. I read the 10X factor and stuff. So what I did was I put it in for 10 times a day. I did not believe $10,000 sounded impossible at the time. I think I'd maybe made $3,000 a month. It took me a long time to get there, but I up leveled how I can teach people how to get there by what I'm teaching, because I'm not just teaching you an affirmation. That was all he taught. an affirmation, put in your phone. It's putting it in present tense, an extra $10,000 or more. You also don't want to limit it. You don't want to just say 10,000. What if 20,000 was right there? What if 30,000 was there? So, or more by or before, meaning you don't want to limit how fast you could get it. What if you could get it by tomorrow? But sometimes we limit our goals and our affirmations by this time. So there's not time to go into why affirmations work and all that. You can do your own studies on that. They do. So it's a trust factor. So working with me right now is a trust thing. I'm giving you a free counsel that is wise counsel, that is proven counsel. So I assume if you're staying on here, I'm not in a mode to convince you. I'm just going to give you the tips and the strategies that work for me and my clients. So one, set those timers, get them up, put a number 1 in the comments right now. If you are committed to doing this today, you are ready to do it. And that's what you're going to do. Now, another thing you can do, let's go see what this is. I'm going to go click on this. So I made a Canva template for my clients. Now, if you want this template, I'd be happy to share it with you. It's no skin off my back. So if you want a Canva template, and what I do with this template is you'd click on this Canva link and you're going to literally fill it in. I have an extra, you can just print it out. So let's talk about the goals on this next one, because I have a few of these. You can see I have a few ones and there's a reason why. Okay. So if you want this template, let me know in this Google Drive file, put it in the comments, send me a message. I'll give you this whole file for you. But I still think you need to be taking notes. You need to have your own notes handy, because you putting pen to paper, ideally a handwriting, it is proven that you get more, it stays in your brain better. So this would be where what you're doing here is, let me zoom in a little. You are filling out that you have an extra coming to your bank account from my VIP. So you need to fill in what it's from. And then you can put how many you need to sell, which leads us into the next part of this goal setting process. Okay. So you need to print this out. If you wanted to sell 4 spots, then what you would do is you can make a copy. You could say, okay, I'm going to make these 4 spots. And that's what you fill in. It's called a vacuum effect. You can write that up. A vacuum effect, meaning by getting very specific on the amount of things you want to sell and how much it is, you actually are attracting that to this empty space. And by printing this out and putting it up by your desk and putting it in front of you, you're reminding your subconscious, so you can't even forget about this. So that's what we're doing with these different things, is we are getting in your subconscious brain. We are making it so you're setting a goal, you're taking it serious, you're putting it up, you're saying, you know what, I don't care if it feels crazy, because part of this is like, how much would it mean to you to make $10,000? And we're going to go into all that too, because this is very important. What is it going to mean to you if you don't make $10,000? Will you have Christmas presents? Will you get to go on the vacation you wanted to? I think for any of us, if you made an extra $10,000 and your bills are paid, you could take your family or yourself on a dream vacation for a weekend or a week. You could have savings going into January. You could have ad money if you're an entrepreneur, and you could have coaching money. You can hire me and make even more money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this can change your life. This can reset you. Like, and there's nothing holding you back except yourself. So if you throw out all the excuses, and that's one thing I just want to share real quick, is I'm definitely a woman who, I will put this at the top. And then you need to also write down, why do you want this goal? What will change this month if you hit this goal? What will you purchase? What will you save? These are questions you should ask yourself. And then you also need to ask yourself this question: if I don't hit this goal, how will it feel? Okay, like, we need to talk about the pain. Stop disappointing yourself. It's like people that buy a gym membership and then they don't go to the gym. You're failing yourself. So one thing is a 0. I have a tattoo of this if some of you guys don't know me. And this is a very important thing that I learned. So it's 0/100. 0 stands for, and I'm going to type it up as I teach this to you. This is very my heart-centered philosophy on work. I'm giving this to you. 0 stands for 0 excuses, 0 explaining, 0 justifying, and 0 complaining. So if you threw out all your excuses and blaming, I'd say it's a lot of ings. Blaming someone else, your partner, whoever doesn't believe in you. I'm going to speak straight. Like, wah, call an ambulance. That's enough. Do you want to take full responsibility for your life? I'm not saying you don't need to change something with your relationship, but you're probably not going to do that in the next 10 days. What I'm giving you right here is a gift. It's a gift to change your life, your trajectory, your financial blueprint in the next 10 days if you're ready to walk into it. Okay. So I'm going to give you some other tools besides that. One second. I need to sneeze. Okay. Woo. And I don't mean it mean. I had to overcome these things myself. That's why I got a tattoo, as I was making excuses for things, for foods I'd eat, zero toxicity. It's all that. And 100 means you go at 100%. Now, here's the thing. Shoot for the moon, land among the stars. 100 equals 100% at everything you do in every moment. So these are the things I live by. So when you come up to this, though, how will it make you feel if you don't hit the goal? What will you lose out on this holiday season? Like, be real. And so when you are tempted not to do some of these other things I'm going to be teaching you over the next couple of days and today, you can come back here and be like, well, why am I really doing this? And there's going to be a crazy monkey head, as some people call it, like a monkey brain that's dancing like you can never do it. It makes you think. Those are all lies. I just want to tell you right now, anything or anyone, including yourself or even loved ones, can give you poison. There's a great thing, and this is going to be some of my references up here. I'm going to give you guys some resources that I really believe you should listen to daily during this time. I really recommend you Zero News, Zero Gossip, the Zero Rule below. Like this, you're going to go against yourself if you follow any of these things, right? I'm making sure I can screen share. I don't think I was screen sharing. One second. So over here, listen to this daily. There's an Earl Nightingale. It's called The Strangest Secret. And he talks about, I actually recommend doing this for 30 days in a row, but definitely during this, the same exact video on YouTube. I'll actually go find it for you guys. I'm going to share this link with you. So something about me is like, I'm like, if I really try to help people without enabling, really grab these links. Why not just grab it for you? Right. You know what I mean? That took me less than a minute. So I'm going to give you that one. The other thing I highly recommend you listening to, and you actually can listen to the whole book this next 10 days, is You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor. Now, you do have time for this. It could be while you're driving. You can make your kids listen to it. I've made my kids listen to all this stuff. The whole audiobook is free here on YouTube. And I think there's 10 chapters. So if you listen to a chapter every day, you would get through this and you're going to change your life forever. And these are true gifts. So this is one chapter a day, and this is number one, and I still recommend this one. So let's talk about The Strangest Secret, because part of this is really belief. I'm going to give you the to-dos because I believe in combining it all. So something I teach my 6-figure club members is a triangular approach to life and to business. And in business, the success system is a triangle. At the top is your mind and heart set. Okay, that goes up. And then you have to believe it's even possible to do it. Now, sometimes you might it's okay to be pessimistic even about it, but don't let your words and your mind talk bad about you. You have to still catch yourself from that, but it's starting to believe that you can live something different. The second thing you need is systems. So if you're thinking like shoulder, so head, shoulder, systems. And that means like the funnels and some of the stuff I'm going to teach you, it's not just the automated systems. And the other part is marketing. And that means letting as many people know about who you are and connecting with as many people as possible. So it's mindset, systems, and strategy. So let's keep going. But what Earl says in The Strangest Secret that's very, very powerful and really helped me is he talked about poison. And also, I think he was talking about how if an enemy slips some poison in your coffee or a friend does, it'll still kill you. A lot of times we listen to advice from people we love because sometimes they're just trying to protect us, but it's still poisonous. So it's getting very wise about what you let stay in your brain, what you let plant there. If you plant a poisonous bush in soil, it grows. It doesn't matter who planted it. So what grows in your mind and in your heart is what you feed, though. So somebody could try to plant a seed, but if you uproot that seed, somebody says, who do you think you are that you could actually make $10,000 in 10 days? And it could be a spouse, it could be a child, it could be a friend. What I recommend right now is don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody unless you know that they've got your back. If you've got a friend, but I've got your back, you can show up on here. You can email me. You can message me. I have a circle. I have a private Facebook group. You can be in there and you can post in there. If you're watching this in there, you can say, I'm doing this run. I'm going for it. I want accountability because I have a 100% only rule of love and support and encouragement. Now, I will speak the truth because I'm not one of these people who's going to fluff people up and make them feel like you can do something without giving you the tools. I'm going to give you every tool, every mindset thing that I personally follow. You just saw my phone. I'm going to share that with you. I'm a very transparent person because I've been there again, where it's been 2 days before Christmas and I didn't have presents. You guys all have 12 days. It doesn't need to be like this again for you. And not only is this teaching you something, in 10 days, you can change your life. And one day you can change your life. You can prove to yourself that you can do it. I already know you can do it. I already know I can do it. Now let's show yourself you can do it. Okay. So let's keep going. Who's interested? Who's in? I'm getting a lot of great comments in the chat. So here's our goals. And again, I'm going to share this file with you if you desire it. Now, part of printing out this Canva template that I'm sharing with you over here is now we need to talk about, and this is where you're going to have to do this work outside of this call, know what you're selling and do not have too many options. I truly actually just believe in one option. I believe the best way of doing this is choosing one thing that you're selling and not having a backup plan at all. Backup plans make you back up. Dude, that was so good. I've never said that before. Backup plans make you back up. But if you burn the bridge, if you burn the boat, there's no going back. So I truly believe in this. And so when we go here, if you don't know the story, I'm going to talk about it right now. It's an old story. I'm not even sure if it's true. Tony Robbins talks about it a lot, but it's about some conquistadors and they had sailed across and I think they landed in Mexico. And so not cool to go and take over people, but let's just look at it for the reference point of like, a battle. So maybe like everyone's got their side that they believe is right. So the conquistadors and these people coming to take over this land, or they were battling with them. Well, they had a boat. It was their out. And the captain went and burned the boat when the crew got off of it and they flipped out. And he said, you have no choice but to win or we die here. And this is how I've run my business. I have goosebumps sharing this story. It's a scary way to be, and I don't recommend it for everybody. But if you are a person that believes you could do it, I do recommend it. I don't know these people that tell these stories and then say, but I don't recommend that. Why? I do it. Like the truth is if you have a backup plan, you'll back it up. Now there are cool ways that you can exit yourself from a job. But when I'm talking about the next 10 days, don't have a backup plan. Have one program you're selling and go all in. If it's 1,000, that means you have to make 10 sales. I'm going to talk about breaking this down into sales calls and how many things you need, how many messages you probably need to be sending. And this is based on stats and facts and things I've done for years with myself and other clients. But I'm telling you right now, just the heart of if there's always something in the background. Typically the clients I've seen succeed who did have a full-time job, they quit before they felt ready and they did make it work because they didn't have a backup plan anymore. And those who've kept their jobs do typically stay in their jobs a lot longer than those who quit and go for it. If you have to make it, you have to make it. I was a single mom, a little unexpectedly with 2 little kids and quarters in my dash, and I had to restart my life. There was no backup plan. Even if I went to try to get a job, then you're putting it in other people's hands. And on top of that, who was going to drop them off at school and pick them up at 2? And who was going to take care of them when they got sick? Like there's not as many options. I'm talking about the reality here. Lots of all of us know people who got fired from jobs because they did stay home with their kids who were sick and studied. So there's a thing with children and the thing with parenting. It could be a man as well. We're some men clients who have been single dads. So the thing is, whether you're single or you're married, whether you have family in your life or not, it's your life. Live your best life. And I'm going to show you how with your business. So no backup plans. It doesn't mean you have to go quit your job today. I just mean over the next 10 days, give this your all. Don't let yourself go backwards on the word that you're creating with yourself right now. So you do need to know what you're selling. For example, I have a 10K package and I have a 5K package. So I wrote down when I was writing this down. So I might write down something like this: monthly income goal. Let's say that I wanted to sell 20K by the next 10 days. So I'd say I want to sell 2 10K, 8-week things, or I could sell 4 or more, like 6-figure club group coaching program. Okay. So either way, I'm going to make $20,000 or more. So it's like I'm kind of giving my options here. Do you see what I'm doing here? So this would be like, let's say I take this off. I go up here. I say I want to sell 2 of these spots, or I want to sell 4 of the 6-figure club. And I literally map it out and I put the exact number that I want to sell by the exact date. And again, what this does is this makes it very specific. Then literally what you do is you're going to go download. This is page 3, and you print the freaking thing out. Like, don't wait. Like, that doesn't make any sense to wait, ever. So what you want to do is do that. Then we're going to open it up. So this is what it looks like. And then you're going to come here and you're just going to press print, and then you can do this. So I've given you guys, this file is going to be in there. So I've already done the work that I've decided that I want to sell my 8-week program, which is 10K with the payment plan, or 8K painful, or my 6-figure club for 6 weeks, which is 5K. Now there might be some payment plan options, but the goal is paid in full. And what you can do with paid in full programs is, you got to link this up. So now let me show you this real quick. So now what I'm going to do, this is that printout, and I printed it in black and white, is you're going to fill in these top things. So I'm going to say I have an extra, where are my pens? I have Sharpies. Sharpie. So this is where you want to put your goal. So you'd say I have an extra $10,000 or more. And why I do this filling in the blank is because you can edit it, but now I have got it right here. I also like to have highlighters handy, which I do, because it helps your brain. Actually, it's proven. Once again, these are some proven things, like differentiate where you're focusing on, right? Buyer before. And then like, I literally like go in here and I'm like, yeah, so I'm going to show you all the places I highlight. I also will put, see how that makes a difference? And then another thing that I like to do is put my favorite affirmation on the top of it. So you can always make these things your own. Now, please don't get ready. Do you see how fast I did this? I actually did this on purpose, because too many people, they get their like a bazillion colors out and they're doing like, no, you could have made some sales messages. Like, seriously, guys, like, this is not the time to procrastinate. If it's not making money, don't do it. So at the very top, I'm going to write down my favorite affirmation. You want to know what it is? I'll tell it to you. Because you can put even stickers on it real quick, but please don't be crazy once again and procrastinate. Make it cute, but put it up fast. We have 10 days. This isn't like every minute counts. Okay. So with God, all things are possible, which reminds me that anything is possible. And something's holding me back. That's when I'll put on one of those audiobooks I told you about. I'll put it on even while I'm doing some of my messaging, my prospecting, my sales things. So then I'm going to put this up right here. I've got this cool board right here. I'm going to flip around my camera and see if you guys can see it. You guys ready? So there it goes on my board. Here's my calendar where I've got my goals up there, put the date on. There's that. Vision boards here. Some of my affirmations. Okay. So you're going to see behind the scenes truly on my life. And these are the things I do. And I literally share my exact strategies. There's a saying that says, like, when you're wanting to get somewhere, you follow somebody who's done what you want to do until means until you get there. Stop giving up. That's why I tell my clients, give me 1 year, give me a full year with me. That's why I offer some group support as well at a lower cost. I'm like, give me a year with me and I'll get you there, because I will. Okay, awesome. I love all the feedback, love highlighters, love all this stuff. I do too. So one is, let's say, and if any of you want me to help you brainstorm, that's why I'm doing this live coaching. So what you need to decide on, like, do you have a course? What's its title? I will tell you though, it costs just the same amount of time, effort, and even if you were doing ad money to get $100 client as it does a 10K. That's a fact, proven time and time again in the industry. You might scoff at it or laugh. It's because you're lacking knowledge. This is actually a fact and a stat. So for most people, it costs about $1,000 to acquire a client. Now, this could be if you're counting ad money or your time. So if it costs $1,000 to acquire a client and you want to make $10,000, that means you're going to have to spend 10K on ads just to break even. So no fun. So we have 10 days and I told you I'd do this without ad money. So I'm going to show you a different approach to this, but I need you to come up with some kind of program that's at least a 2,500 or 5K package. Because what we're really looking to do is if you have a $25, $100 package, this could be a 30-day or an 8-week kind of coaching course, VIP access to you, then you'd only need to sell 4 to do 10K. If you have a $5,000 program, that means you need to sell 2 to make 10K. And then if you have a 10K program, you just need to sell 1. So that's drastically less sales than 10. Because when we start to talk about how many people you need to close, okay, then that means that if you close 10, that you need to get on like 20 sales calls in order to close 10. If you're closing at 50% and you've got $1,000 package, then you need to go sell 10 of those packages. But that means how many people will get on a sales call with you? And do you know what you're saying? And I'm going to give you guys my actual questions on Wednesday, part of this training. But this is a numbers game as well as a vibe game. So I lead with the vibe, I lead with the affirmations, with the goals, with putting it up there. But now we're going to get down to numbers. And anyone who's teaching you that it's not a numbers game is just lying to you. And they maybe want you to feel good about yourself as if you could just post a post on Instagram and everyone's going to rush your inbox. That's just a lie. It's not even true. It's not even true for people who have hundreds of thousands of followers, sometimes millions. I make more than people I know that have like close to 1 million followers because I have high engagement and I know what to do from a sales technique. I still work part-time hours. So this is about money. This is about bank. There's a saying when I used to do network marketing that says you can't take rank to the bank. And it's the same with followers. You can't take followers to the bank. I don't know a cute way of saying that. What you can take to the bank is paid invoices, paid in cash, check, credit card, or Venmo or Cash App. I don't recommend PayPal, by the way. Okay, so any questions about what I have said so far? Happy to share. This is the real deal stuff. So let's keep moving on about these goals while we're setting these goals. So for example, things that you can create that is you can do templates, you can do a course, you could do a 3-day weekend, you could pre-sell a course, you could even pre-sell, literally guys, you could pre-sell a package you're doing from January to March with 10 people and $1,000. You could pre-sell a boot camp thing you start in the new year and offer for these people. Like there are so many things. And this is where like, I don't have time to go into that because there's many of you watching this, messaging me, commenting. But if any of you do have a quick question, I could do it on this live call at the end. I could answer some of these questions. But the point is there's a lot of things you could sell, but that's really going to be up to you to figure it out. I recommend a higher ticket, 2,500, 5K or 10K if you've got the clout. I have the clout. I've been in marketing for 20 years. I've helped people go 7 figures. I've done it myself, multi 6 figures in part-time hours. So I've got clout where I can charge these prices. If you're just starting out, it's okay. Even if you're charging 1,000, well, then go get 20 sales calls. It's okay. You can charge less money. I don't work with people who charge less than 1,000. Look, if you have value based in your mind, I promise you, I really believe in higher ticket, higher value. And that's something I've trainings on, but we're going to keep moving on. Okay. So these are different things you can create. Now we need to figure out how many you need to sell. That's what we're kind of talking about. So a 2K package means 5 packages to make 10K, 2,000. That's just math. 2 times 5. We got this. So how many people are you closing? If you have a 50% close rate, that means you need to line up 10 calls ASAP. Make sure they have filled out your qualification form. So what I mean by a qualification form is like, if you go to scalewithtiana.com, oh man, I'm going to have to go take care of that. It's down right now. If you go to scalewithtiana.com, I'll show you where it goes. Let's go to BizQuiz. So before I get on a phone call with anybody or even engage in messaging, I tell them to go to this Google form, right? So this form, and I'm going to put this as an example, and I'll say this. We're going to talk more about this tomorrow. This is an example. Let's go there again, where I make them fill out their information, what kind of business, how much do they currently spend, how much are they willing to invest if they get a return on investment. Why do I do this? I don't have time to do free coaching, guys. This is my business. Every minute counts. Every hour counts. It's not about being unkind. You wouldn't go to the supermarket and just talk to the person trying to check out groceries. They're like, I can't talk to you right now. Kroger is paying me. I'm on their dime. Well, guess what? I'm me and I'm on my dime. So any bill that I have any overhead that I have, my kids' needs that they have. When somebody asks me to talk to them for free, that is dishonoring me. Now, it is a boundary of mine to say no to free things. I can say, hey, here's my hourly rate, or you can get into my 6-figure club, or you can take a course. I have all kinds of things you can buy if you would like some of my coaching and training. My knowledge I paid for. Think about you. How long, and put it in the comments if you want, did you work to learn what you learned? I personally have my master's degree. I've spent over $200,000 on education, let alone coaches and courses, and 25 years experience getting paid as an entrepreneur. I started as a teenager. So I'm not going to know. I'm not going to message you back and forth for free. And that's not rude of me. It is rude to ask me that. Let's honor each other. Let's get used to saying, hey, I would love to help you. Here's the cost. You can take my course for $500 and learn, or you can work with me one-on-one for $1,000 an hour, or you get a deal when it's a package. You see what I mean? Because what I do, and even what I'm coaching you guys here right now, is gold. It is a lifetime of work and experience, cutting through all the crazy of out there and saying, this is what you do if you want to make 10K over the next 10K, 10 days. And if you do this, I'm going to block it on. I've given you 3 hours of my time, and it's like I can map it out for you. So let's value each other and let's value ourselves. So if you have something in your mind that took you years to learn, you deserve to be paid for it. You can systemize it through a course and automate that. And I recommend high ticket courses. I'm not sharing information that they can get for free. If I can give it for free, I'll give it for free then. Because even what I'm talking to you about, a Google form and this and that, the sales PDF, those are things my clients hire me to go through with them at a slower pace. Because even right now, I'm going to give you some to-dos, and I'm literally giving you the strategy. You still need to go implement. So something I do for my clients, this is where they pay me. This is why I don't have a problem giving you the strategy. It is gold. And I usually do not do this for free. This is a gift for those, like I said, who might be like me and their heart is there and they just need some help. So that is my happiness to offer the help. Okay. So let's go here and talk about this. So this is where you want to get down into it, that you qualify them for a call, and you can create a quick form on Google Forms for free. If you want to work with me and talk about that, just message me. So here's another thing you need to have ready. Number 4. So this is one of those days, like today is your planning day. You got to get clear on your goals. You need to have this stuff saved on your YouTube. Don't even listen to other things. You need to have a 0 rule, 0 news going on the next 10 days, 0 gossip, 0 excuses. This is why I'm saying all this. This is what you have to start with. You get the timers, you put the goals up, you print them out, you burn your backup plan. It's over. You're making this 10K. You're taking this next level in your business. Know what you're selling, and you don't need to have many options. As I mentioned, I recommend just having one option at a $2,000 or $2,500 minimum price point. Now what you do need to do is you need to have a branded, beautiful sales PDF. This does help. It is not necessary, but it's helpful. One thing that I offer for my clients is, over here in Canva, is we go through and I have branded, sales PDFs, and I branded free offers and different things like that, because I've been building this stuff for years, right? So about pages, things like that. It helps people know who you are, and it helps when it looks professional. But you can come into Canva if you don't want to buy my templates or work with me. You can come into Canva, you can start from scratch, and you could take that time today. You can write a little bit about what you do. You can write up your offering. You can write down what's included in your offering, the investment for the offering, and everything that's included. You really want to really go into that. And again, if any of you are interested in that and all my templates, you can message me. So good. I'm so glad this is helping. I'm getting some great feedback, and let me know questions, because I'm going to come through and answer questions at the end too. I just want to get through this formula. So down here, so you've got a sales PDF, you're sending them a qualification form. Here's some of the templates I've given my clients. Those are not going to be in here. I will say, message Tiana if you want to talk about templates. These are only for my paying clients, because there are some things I'm not giving. The number 5 is you need to have the qualification of your sales funnel hooked up. And why that is, one second, I'm going to do something. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to make a copy, and we're going to say free 6-figure club track to 10K. So I'm going to do that so that I have a paid version too, if any of you guys want the paid version. If anybody does want all my templates, what I'm going to do is, I'm deleting any of these. You can buy my templated version for $100. I have to exchange some cash for that, but I'd prefer just to have you in my bigger program. So here's some things I want to talk to you about sales. And we're again, tomorrow and Wednesday, we're going to go more in depth into actual sales stuff. I'm giving you actually the whole thing today. Did I not do a screen share anymore? Am I just talking again? If I'm ever not screen sharing and I'm supposed to be screen sharing, please let me know. You're like, we didn't know you're supposed to be screen sharing, Tiana. It says your deal. Like, okay. Okay. So the number 5 thing down here. So let's walk through this. You need to get in all the mindset work. You can, these are for free on YouTube. Set a timer on your phone, print out the template, make a Canva printout, right? Okay. And I'll just include that one really quick for you guys. So I will include this one. I'm not going to include the sales PDFs. Those ones took me like years to master. That is a paid thing. This I will include for you. Okay. Backup plans. Don't back it up. Know what you're selling. Pick what you're selling. You need to write it down. You should create a sales PDF if you don't have one. Now, how are you closing people? The 50% thing. So just assume it's 50% and you need to line up double what you need to make sure that you hit what you need. So if you need 10K and you need 10 sales, then you got to get 20 calls. Okay. So if, what I want to teach you now before we go is I want to, these are like paid ones. Let's see. Okay. We're going to delete all this because it's a no. Okay. So let's simplify this a little for you guys. I want to talk about yes. So type the number yes in the comments if you would like to hear more yes on sales calls. And again, I'm going to go step by step on the different kinds of postings to do tomorrow, how to take people off social media, get them onto a sales call, and what to say on a sales call. This is to get you set up for all that because you need to know what you're selling, believe you can sell it, how many calls you should be lining up before we even get to social media and telling people about it. Okay. So you want to have all this ready today. That's like your homework is to truly get this all ready today. This is go time. And so what you really want to do is, and we're going to go in depth into this tomorrow, is this is going to be day 2. And I'll add it to the post. I'll start to add this file and it'll be a working file for everyone. Is you really want to take people from yes to yes always. So you only give people one call to action while you're doing this. You can try it out today with a little bit of a tidbit here. You know, it's just like you want to always lead people to yes. Like everyone just say yes, yes, yes. I want them to go to yes. Okay. So that's what we really need to be doing. And how you do that is by creating beautiful content. And again, tomorrow we're going to really talk about that. I'm going to dive into it a little bit today so you could start to tease people and like, hey, watch out. I've got these 4 things. Because if you know you have 4 packages, you want to talk about that. You want to get ready for that. You want to have gifts ready for these VIP clients. Mentoring, as Christine said, Stephen, if you do one-on-one stuff, if you travel to people, whatever the thing you're selling is, the goal is 10K guys or more, guys and gals. Okay. So the yes means you're like, hey, what's your best email where I could send this free training? Okay, that's a yes. You don't ask them to go to a form, you get their name and email. Oh, really? Well, this training does help you get to 10K. Are you interested in, 10K months? You ask questions if it is yes or no that they need to say yes to sound like the same person. So I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make, these sales calls to action that would make people feel stupid saying no to. Like anyone that wouldn't get on this, right? Like, how do you make an extra 10K in the next 10 days and it's for free training? Like they're going to feel dumb not saying yes to that. And it's not that I want to make people feel bad. I don't. I want them to say yes. Like you want to give so much amazing value from whatever thing it is you're offering that they're just like sold out on you. And so this is the trickle effect of that. So what we're going to do is I really encourage you. I'm going to share this Google form with everybody that registered. And what it is it's going to be this whole fast track. This will be day 1 notes. You can edit it. You can make a copy. What I recommend you do is you make a copy. Okay. And then you make it your own, put it in your own Google Drive, or you can copy and paste all the information, put it into your own, whatever place that you take notes, and start to map this out. You need to print that goal chart. I gave it to you. If you need help with your sales PDF, things like that, you can get into my program, which is my 6-figure club, or you can buy all the templates, which are included in all my training, which is $1,000. So the thing is, like, if you want more of all the behind the scenes trainings, you can message me, but I'm not going to really do a big call to action on sales. Like, if you need me, and you can reach out to me. The thing I really want you to do is to go through this yourself, is to get those goals up, is to get it set, is to make your sales PDF, is to really get this done and ready. Because tomorrow we're going to talk about social media selling, how to take people off of social media and get them on a sales call. And Wednesday, we're going to talk about the sales call. So what you really want to be doing the next couple days is looking at my social media for help, going to Canva, making sure that your stuff is branded, that it's beautiful. Those things really need to be in place, because if your stuff isn't looking good on social media, people aren't going to reach out to you. So you need to get super crystal clear. If you can't answer what it is you do in a sentence, if your Facebook headers need change, like, today is your day to really make stuff over. Don't be like, I don't know where to start. Then message me. I've got templates for super affordable. You can just go to my social media. You can be like, what's Tiana doing? Maybe I can do that myself. I charge for templates, but you can just look at my social media. Go to Tiana Smith Coaching. It's Tiana_Smith_coaching on Instagram. See what I mean about templates. See what I mean about patterns. I'm going to teach you these patterns tomorrow about social media. But today is the day that you want this Google document, that you need to write down these goals. Like I talked about, you need to get these timers in your phone, and you can truly set up the next 10 days before Christmas for success. But you got to fill the funnel now this week, so you're closing by the end of this week. Ideally, you could hit your goal by Friday, so you could even take next week off, but like, just go for gold and don't stop till December 24th. Look, lots of, like, you don't need, let me talk for a second about mindset and this whole entrepreneurial lie rat race. Like, there are people working every day. You go to the grocery store and they were working on Christmas or Thanksgiving, even a lot of places. They're working the Christmas Eve. The gym is open. Look, it's great to be able to take off. It's just not always an option financially for all of us. So don't feel bad about that. If it meant that you didn't hit it till midnight on the 24th, good for you for going to the last minute. And that is the mindset I would have on this. I'd say, if I had to go to 11:59 on the 24th, I'm going to hit that goal. But hopefully you hit it before that, and you can take off Christmas Eve. That can be your reward. So set your goal the 23rd then. But the thing is that I really recommend is just commit to this. Don't have a backup plan. Go all in on yourself. Like, there's lots of people working for $10 an hour, $15 an hour. Here in my area, I think the minimum wage is still only $8 an hour. It's insanely low. And these people are working all the time. Hard work doesn't mean more money. What we need to do is get smart. You need to figure out how to raise your prices and raise the value based on it. Competition is always going to be there. You either undercut your competition, or you provide more value and up your price tag. That is always what I teach. Provide more value and up your price tag, serve less people. It's amazing. So anyway, if any of you guys are interested in just having what you need to have, I've got some time today to take some sales calls myself. I set aside the afternoon so that if any of you want to work with me one-on-one this week through this time, and I can help you hit your goals, get a return on investment, now's the time. I've got 2 one-on-one spots, and I've got 4 6-figure club spots. So you guys saw it on my list, didn't you? And that's what I have also right now. And so we're doing this, and you can do it. And it's 100% possible for you. Send me a message if you're interested in the one-on-one or my 6-figure club with all my templates, and it'll help you during this week. You can get there faster, or you can go for it on your own. I'm not holding any strings here. I gave you the strategy. So I'm Tiana with TianaSmithCoaching.com. If you guys have any questions, I will answer them tomorrow. I didn't see any questions come up right now. Does anybody have any questions before we go? I have about 5 minutes, and I can take some calls if any of you want to see that. So let's see. I'm going to go on Facebook because it doesn't, I close everything out when I'm training because I don't want to be distracted. Okay, so I'm going to go on my Facebook profile. And if anybody on Zoom has any questions, let me know. I don't see any questions on Facebook yet. So just let me know. Oh, it was still there. It's so delayed. Okay. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you're interested in getting any of my stuff, you can message me. And I hope this provided value. I can't wait to see your results. Tag me on Instagram, tag me on Facebook. Let me know what you're up to. And I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's time is different.